Yeah. Yes, Chris Martin.
Yes, Chris.
Yes.
You can do that. I feel like...
I like all the trees.
I know.
Where it is.
Where do you think he is?
Like in... I don't know.
I feel like it stinks of Malibu. Do you know what I mean?
Little ocean breeze.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he's just had a nice juice, do that video, and then he's off to...
He's doing some yoga.
He's off to yoga, yeah.
On some rocks.
In a baggy trouser.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know, Chris Martin was the first person who I asked who replied. So very
do
punctual.
this?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Replied straight away. No correspondence.
He's lovely, isn't he?
Just the thing. So if you do actually want someone to work with you in business from the world of music, it could be Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, responsible.
All right.
Cares.
Clean anything.
Have you had a chat with Chris Martin? Because I've heard that he gives people the chat now. You know, Bono used to give the chat. Like,
Oh.
I'll tell you how to do a stadium. Like Bono, I've heard now Chris Martin has taken on that baton.
He's good at, like, telling you to take care of yourself type
Right.
thing. Like, I think he's just very, like, make sure you're all right.
Yeah. He makes you...
He's very zen, isn't he?
Very zen. I remember I had
Nice.
to introduce him on stage at a festival, and he was headlining. It was big weekend in Glasgow, and I said, "What do you want me to say?" And he like took me by the shoulders and was like, "You just say whatever you want to say, and I think it will be so great. Whatever comes out your mouth is going to be fantastic, and you know, you just be you, man." And I was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
Chris Martin,
I think he's a pretty wonderful man.
he is, isn't
Yeah.
he?" Anyway, next person. Give it a little
Two
tappy.
taps.
Two
Two
taps.
taps.
Two taps.
Hey Harry, hi Grim, hey mate. Congratulations on your single. The best memory I have of you is when you and Grim came to see me at GAY and you ended up trashing my whole dressing room. So cheers for that. My question for you is, if you could be a superhero, which one would you be? Mwah! Sorry about the quality. I'm on the beat!
For those that can't see Rita's message, can you describe what's going on there?
She was wearing a wet rag on her head. It was like tied up in
That's
like
her
a,
weave. You spent a fortune on that. It's a hand-me-down from Beyonce.
and she's in beach attire.
She's in a bikini in the Maldives. Oh my God, babe, get your life. So yeah, do you remember that when we went to see her?
Yeah, I do. When we went to that show,
Yeah.
I think you tried to put on her stage outfit,
Yeah.
which was, I don't remember. It was like chaps or something.
It was something very Rita.
It was something very Rita.
Yeah. Weirdly, they didn't fit. Baggy on me. But what was her question? What, if you could be a superhero, what would you be? I feel like that's a waste of a question, if I'm honest, Rita. Catwoman, I see you as.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look great in black.
The Radio 1 Breakfast Show.
With Nick Grimshaw.
We're halfway through your surprise. How's it going?
Good. It's good. Very
Did you
lucky.
think we'd do anything weird, honestly? Did you think we'd like gunge you? Or or like, we've brought all your exes in. They're in the live lounge.
I hoped not.
Yeah.
I think I'd take the gunge.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I have some video messages for you from some people who wanted to say hello today. Because people genuinely care about today, and it's a big day. Next question, please.
Hi, Harry. I know you're involved in every aspect of your songs, from writing and producing to the mixing and the mastering. Is there a part of it that you enjoy as much as the recording and the performing? And also, you have a very eclectic taste in music that you listen to. So what would you say has inspired the style of music for your first release?
My God, your mum thinks she's on Jules Holland? That question! It's quite technical there from mum.
She was putting on like a bit of a posh accent there.
She's trying to get a Radio 4 gig.
Excuse me. What do you think has inspired your eclectic taste of music? You don't talk like that.
What does she talk like? And it is on table.
I don't even remember what the question was. I was too distracted.
She wanted to ask something technical because she thought it would throw
okay.
you. But yeah, what inspired you? Did she ask? Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
what inspired
I think it
you?
was which part do I like as much as recording and performing.
Yes.
And what inspired the single, I think.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
I think I like the writing part the most, and what inspired it. I don't know really. I think it's hard to not have influences from like what you grew up listening on. I think everyone reacts differently to like different types of music. I was with like the guys I was writing with, and we just wanted to make like what we wanted to listen to.
Right.
And I think that's been the most fun part for me about making the whole album is it's like in the least weird way possible. It's like my favorite album to listen to at the moment. Like I love listening to it.
I think that's how it should sound.
I think so. I think like if you put out something that you don't stand behind and really love, then if it doesn't go well, then you could regret not doing what you wanted to do. Whereas, you know, if nothing happens with it, I love it.
Yeah.
But I think that's been my favorite part of the overall thing is kind of listening to the album and making all the changes and watch over it all.
And I think people sense that, you know, like people know if you like the record. Or I know, like if I hear an album, I'm always like, or like Florence, I feel like really is a Florence fan.
Right.
Or like Rihanna, I guarantee listens to Rihanna music on her holidays.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like I believe that they're committed and not into themselves in a big-headed way, but they're a fan of themselves. And I think you've got to be.
Yeah, I think you have to write. I think the thing is like, I think a lot of people, especially at labels and stuff, they like separate it, and they think because they work in music, it's like a broader understanding of music than people who listen. But I think we're all just fans of music.
Yeah.
So I think we made it as like the fan.
Yeah.
It was, you know, what do I want to listen to, and tried to write that. So I really like the album, so I hope people like it.
Yeah. Did you know your mum had sent that video, by the way?
I didn't.
No. Do you mind that I messaged your mum for a message?
No, I really like my mum. So I think she's all right.
Yeah.
There's worse people you could message.
Yeah. Last message prior this was actually about her potatoes. Fantastic.
One of her friends does really good parsnips.
Oh,
She
who?
grows her own parsnips. We had them for Christmas.
Who's that?
Louise.
Shout out Louise.
She's about to get married. So
Oh.
congrats.
Congrats on the marriage and the parsnips. She's actually marrying a parsnip.
She is. He does look a bit like a parsnip. Sorry, Martin.
Okay, next one. Give it a little tap on there. Give it a tap.
2.
Yeah.
Hey Harry, Ronnie here.
Ah.
Good luck with the single. When are you coming over to see the twins?
Yes, Ronnie Wood.
Legend.
I like the Rolling Stones getting in touch to say, hey, good luck with the single.
I love Ronnie Wood.
How do you know Ronnie Wood?
I met him at like a dinner thing a few years ago, and then I went to a couple of Stones shows. I just think he's the nicest.
He's
He's
so
really
nice.
nice.
I like it. He always remembers everybody's names.
Yeah.
And I feel like, imagine the amount of people you've met if you're Ronnie Wood. Like you've been on since the 60s, and he like remembers. He's like, all right, Grimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure the 60s was a little blurry.
Yeah.
as well.
They're off their heads.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you know
I like
that
him.
a good thing about Ronnie Wood is that he's, you know, such a, like you say, such a friendly guy.
Mm-hmm.
He made friends with a cabbie, like a black cabbie in London called Brian, and every day Brian texts Ronnie Wood a joke every single day without
Really?
fail, and Ronnie Wood forwards them to me, and that's
I like that.
That's the text that I get. Do you want to be in the chain?
What was today's joke?
Do you want me to find it for you? Okay, because I can add you to the chain. It can go Brian, Ronnie Wood,
I'd
me,
be in the
you.
chain.
Do you want to be in the chain?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, today's joke was I was just looking at my ceiling. Not sure if it's the best ceiling in the world, but it's definitely up there.
Oh, God.
Do you want to be added to the group still? No. Okay, next question, please.
Hey Grimmy, hey Harry. I want to know, what was the process for this album? How many songs did you write? Where did you make it? And how long have you been making it for? And did you enjoy making it?
Hello, Edward.
Edward Sheeran there.
Oh, isn't he good?
Oh, it's good. He's doing ever so well.
I started the album. I had to stop in the middle of the year I went away to do the movie, and then I did like 3 weeks at the end of February last year, and then stopped for about 5 months, and then came back to it in July, and then kind of did it until kind of nowish. I finished writing in like December.
And did you, when you were doing the movie, were you just completely away from it? You were like not even thinking about it? Did you have time to think
which
about
actually I think was good.
Probably quite
for
good,
me.
yeah.
I think, one, because for a while before all I'd thought about was like stressing about, you know, what it was going to be and everything. And it gave me a chance to kind of completely step away from it and have a real break. And then also by the end of the movie, because we were swimming so much, I was like, oh, can I just go and write some songs in the studio?
On land.
Quite excited for that.
How often were you swimming in it? Because we did see all those pictures of you in the sea looking all like... Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. But I think how many did we write? Maybe like 70, I think.
70?
We did 50 in Jamaica, I think.
50?
Yeah.
Not 15?
50.
Why do people
like, songs
do this?
and ideas.
It's a lot.
But not, most of it, that's including like little ideas.
Right,
I'd say
okay.
full songs, maybe
6.
30. Yeah. I'd say there's 30 probably.
30 good songs.
I think so.
And then
'Cause
they're
one of the songs on the album I wrote a few years ago.
And they're all finished and like done. And then how do you go about like deciding what goes on? Do you just be like, I've got this, or do you sort of test them out on people?
I think you can do that, and you do that obviously to a degree. But I think if you start asking too many people, it gets away from like what you like. So I think kind of when it came to the end of it, I had to be like, all right, which songs do I want it to be?
Did you ask Ed ever?
Yeah, I played him a couple of songs. Yeah, but I hadn't seen him for a bit because I was away. So I played him a couple of songs after the album was finished.
Right. He didn't say, oh, don't like these. You're like, too late now, it's printed.
He liked one that wasn't on there.
Oh, no.
But, so I was like,
B-side.
I had a little minute of like,
Yeah.
no, but,
Yeah, next, save it for later.
Yeah.
EP.
Yeah.
EP of summer. Is it terrifying as a male solo artist to know that Ed Sheeran is alive and well?
I just think he's really good. He's just
killing
one of the most talented dudes I know.
Did you message him when it was like the entire top 10 was Ed Sheeran? Because I had to message him going, I said, this is hilarious, which I don't know if he didn't respond to. But I mean, it's so mad. It's unheard of, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. It is mad. I mean, he's really good at writing songs.
I mean, he really, really is. He really is. Currently 500 songs in the top 40.
He also writes so many for like everyone else.
I
So when
know.
he came, I'd see him and I'd be like, do you want to hear my first single? And he'd be like, yeah. And then he'd go, do you want to hear everyone else's first single? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just written them all.
Yeah.
So
Throw us a bone, Ed. Come on, I'm
Yeah.
sick of this radio life. So there we go. Questions from
Thanks
the floor.
for doing that.
You're welcome. It was really annoying,
That was nice,
actually.
yeah. Oh, sorry.
But I wanted to do it for you.
I appreciate it.
But it was quite like, oh, God. Ed Sheeran was like, I'm on a plane. Can you contact me later? I was like, God, it's really hard getting over the four most famous people in the world. Your mum was all right. We were on the text. It was fine. But yeah, Chris Martin, Rita Ora, and Twist, Ronnie Wood, and Ed Sheeran. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you for those.
Great questions.
Lovely people.
Thank you, guys. We have Harry Styles as our guest today on the show.
Get up
The Radio 1 Breakfast Show.
with Nick Grimshaw.
It feels weird calling you your full name all the time.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. You can stop it.
Harry Styles.
You can stop if you want.
Were you ever thinking of just go for a Harry, like Adele's just gone for an Adele?
I think it'd be weird.
I think it's tough with you because Prince Harry.
I also feel like people would be like, we know what your name is, so that would be weird. Do you know what I mean?
No.
If I tried to like shorten it. If I did like a stage name.
Right. They
I
already
was
know
like,
your name.
oh, my album's under the name Christoph.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, that's not your name.
We
is
know
it?
your name.
Yeah.
But do you ever think of just Harry? No, Harry.
Nah.
Do you think Prince Harry was really annoyed when you got famous? Because he was like, oh, God, another famous Harry.
I think he's all right.
Do you think?
I think so.
I always think that Kate Moss must be annoyed that Kate Middleton exists, because when you see those headlines and it's like, Kate has royal baby, I'm like, yes, Mossy. But it's not but it's not her, is it? I always think that. Yeah. Anyway, Harry Styles is here. We've got a lot to talk about. We were just saying during that song, you've never actually been on my radio show.
No.
And I've known you for a long time.
How long has it been now?
I've been doing this show 4.5 years.
4.5
4.5 years of breakfast. And you've never been on.
It's a long time.
Quite weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're a long-term
It is.
listener and a long-term fan,
Yeah.
but never been on.
Yeah.
And when I started this, when I got this job, actually,
Yes.
you were one of only 4 people I told that I got this job.
Who were they?
I told my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Because they were like, Big Boss Ben
Yeah.
was like, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So I was like, that means we can tell 5. that means we can tell 5 people.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, definitely, I won't tell anyone. So I told my mum and dad.
Yeah.
I told my friend Amy, and I told you.
Yeah.